Bravo. That's all I'm gonna say. Bravo. Hello, everyone.
I'm still fucking out, man. I love. I was listening to my intro music, and it's just like that's pretty slick, isn't it? I don't know which is better, mine on Alien Addict or yours. Combination of two, I think they're both pretty stand out.
It doesn't have to be. There's not any that better.
It's all groovy music. That's the main thing. As long as we can get a jig on, that's all that matters.
That's it.
How are you, man? How are you keeping? Right?
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Well, you're here, aren't you? That's the main thing.
I ain't 6 feet deep yet. So
don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
I'll never be 6 feet. I'm not getting buried.
Mate, you got a long lasting life. Don't worry about that. Hello, everyone in chat. Nice to see everyone. Evening, Sophia. Nice to see you. Wonderful time lapse, by the way. So go check out Sophia's channel. She did an amazing time lapse. So the clouds are going a bit crazy. It's been like a bit of a mixed bag with weather at the moment. Absolutely hammered it down. I mean, hammered it down today. It's been pretty cool. But yeah, Stu Pop. Nice to see you. Love the thumbnail. Yeah, as always. Yeah. John Strokes. Oh, I'm not going to say anything about that sort of thing because my videos get reviewed by a person. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, nice to see you, John. Welcome on in, brother. Who else we got in here? We've got Science Evidence Fringe, Sandy. Let's see. Hey, Rotary Matrix.
That's Sadie.
Is it Sadie? oh, sorry. What did I say? That's me when I don't read properly, but I do apologize, Sadie. Yeah, welcome on in. Nice to see you. We've got Bob. Let's see you. Bob Lazar. What else we got in here?
You'll be pleased to know. You'll be pleased to know, Mr. Bob Lazar, that we're going to talk about a lot of rocket balloons today.
Right, UFOs, right? Yeah, welcome on in, everyone. It's nice to see everyone in chat. So yeah, do you know what? Yesterday, I tell you what, before we get into the topic, I'm going to bring up something because before the show started, I heard this like scream coming from the bathroom. Actually, it was me because this massive spider, I'm not joking, about 10 minutes ago, this was... Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, for shocking you, but that was a beast. I couldn't believe it. I was doing my hair because it kind of looks a bit 90s. I thought, let me brush it back so it looks a bit, at least less 90s and more like 50s. But yeah, look at this. Look at that beast. So, yeah, it was a bit of a shock in my life when I saw that.
I'm going to do my Crocodile Dundee voice on this. That's only a baby. No, that sounded Scottish.
I think the legs sort of makes the spider a bit bigger because it's not one of those black spiders, you know, where there's like a massive body. Don't start, Bob, for Christ's sake. But yeah, massive spider. I'm going to get off screen because it's going to give me the creeps. So there we go. Cool one. Yeah. So pretty good photograph. Got quite close up to that thing. So yeah, I opened up the window and eventually just went out the window. So it did me a bit of a favor. But yeah, Sandy, yeah, no, I'm sorry I swore him to apologize. But yeah, in terms of like my week so far, I've kind of have a bit of a winning week, right? Because now I'm gonna sound, before we get to the UFOs, especially this interesting topic we're gonna be talking about, I'm gonna sound like one of those adverts, you know, when it's like, have you been like mishandled with your car finance? You know, back in the day when you used to go on car finance, they used to scam people out of money, like they put the VAT up, all this sort of bogus stuff. So people were entitled for claims for like money back over finance. And I got a call back the other day and said, I've got a claim. So I'm waiting to see how much I'm owed, because obviously I was one of those that got scammed out. So I'm looking forward to it because my palm is getting itchy hidden, which means money's coming in. But is it going to come before Christmas? So I'm looking forward to it, man. So I'm getting quite excited. So hey, John P, I promise I will send you an email. I just forget because I 420 too much. But yeah, nice to see you, man. So I've had a bit of a winning week. So we'll see what happens next week. And I could have a good Christmas, maybe. I need to get a new van anyway. But anyway, so but otherwise, yeah, all dandy, all dandy. But I do recommend, guys, if you've been, again, I'm going to sound like one of those adverts. If you've been if you purchased a vehicle through finance from 2007 onwards, you've most likely been scammed out of money. So it's all free. You just got to write in a few like bits and pieces, or give them a call, whatever company you go with. And eventually, yeah, it's true. Oh, right. That's my right. Palm coming in. Right. Okay. She pop up. Yes, money is coming in. I bloody hope so. Tomorrow, the fucking left hand will be itching. Sorry, head on a swore again. But yeah, I'm rambling on too much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yay, money. 2025 has been a hard year for a lot of people. I just want some good things in my life, for Christ's sake. So, yeah.
Dude, come on here, man. PG-13.
Sorry, am I swearing so much already? I've said the F word like 4 times already. Do apologize. I didn't do apologize. So yeah, today's topic. What are we going to be talking about? Well, it was only yesterday you were like, man, we've got a show tomorrow. I was like, yeah, I haven't planned anything. So we were talking about roughly about this. I'm going to bring up a photograph. It was mentioned on the podcast. I can't remember which one it was, but it's all to do with this case here. This one here. So this is the Japanese airline flight 1628 UFO encounter of 1986. Yeah, very, very fascinating. In terms of quantity of footage, there's not a lot. There is some cockpit recordings, I believe, but there's been some very sketchy information about the cockpit recordings, whether or not actually been released or not. But we've got videos to go through and everything like that. So yeah, this is quite interesting actually, because you think with airline pilots, they're mostly in the sky based off their job, isn't it? So they get to see balloons and stuff like that, which I'm pretty sure they must do like a course in it, hidden about what to identify, especially like clouds. Because I know for a fact, because one of my bass players and in my covers band, he was an airline pilot, commercial airline pilot, and I did ask him about the trails in the sky, and he just laughed in my face. But yeah, in terms of what he had to identify was obviously the position of the sun, astrology, clouds, and obviously sort of weather, sort of unidentified phenomena. Now, when he said that, he's also talking about balloons, birds, anything that's going to fly around about above 25,000 feet. So the cruising altitude normally, if you've got a long distance flight, is around about 30,000 feet, 32,000 feet. So it's quite high up. So, I mean, balloons don't really go that high. I mean, it depends what balloons you're talking about. Sort of the helium balloons, you don't really go that high. Things about 15,000 feet. But anything that might be like a weather balloon, for instance, like that. But this guy, I'm not going to butcher his name, honestly. I'm going to butcher a lot of things at the moment. Witnessed something in the sky, which was incredibly fascinating. So let's bring up my notes. And hello to the new people in chat. Welcome on in. It's nice to see everyone. Nation within nations. Nice to see you. So, yes, let's start off from the beginning. So, do you like my script I'm about to read? On a cold evening of November 17th in 1986, over a vast frozen sky of Alaska, a Japanese airline cargo flight was making its journey from Paris to Tokyo. The aircraft was a Boeing 747-200 freighter. Its sign was Jap Airlines flight, I think it's 1628, I think they call it, or 1628. But what the crew witnessed on that night would become one of the most debated and quite fascinating UFO cases in aviation history. So the pilot's account. So this is the pilot right here. So Captain... Oh my God!
Just say the pilot. Just say his name's in the description box.
Yeah, go for it.
It's a mouthful.
It's Ken. It's called
Kenji.
Kenji.
Yeah.
That's it. Kenju. Describe seeing two. Hold on. Let's get a bit of better photograph. Spider again. Get out of here. So what he describes was seeing two craft and one much larger mothership. Now, the lights from the object ambered green and white lit up the cockpit. So, have you seen like the X-Files where they're about to get abducted and the whole room goes like really white? It's basically that. Basically what they've seen through the cockpit. It was quite blinding. And he claims that the maneuvers around the aircraft even followed them for several hours, not several hours, up to about 40 minutes. So this object was, just call him Captain. Yeah, I'll do that, Sophia. Yeah, because it might sound a bit racist if I say his name wrong. So the radar actually picked this object up. And it was around about 7 to 8 miles away, according to... So basically it came from 7 to 8 miles away, and eventually it creeped up towards the aircraft. Now, ground-based FAA radar and NORAD radar briefly showed unidentified return near the aircraft as well. So you can see there was objects going in and out of this.
Sorry to interrupt you.
That's cool.
But now didn't he see 3 little objects first?
He did, yeah. Yeah. So these flying saucers right here, which in some cases or some sources, what I've been reading, that the fact this kind of looks like glowing orbs, which it kind of reminds me of like Foo Fighters, to be honest with you. I mean, we could briefly talk about Foo Fighters after this if you wanted to, but it's mostly this mothership right here, which is like the Acorn ship that really is quite striking, because this was gigantic. This was like 2 football fields big. It was it was absolutely massive. So don't worry, guys, we'll get some videos. We're gonna nice relaxed fit episode today. So I know I do a lot of presentations, but this one we're gonna sort of I get to chill out a little bit at 420 hopefully. So a skeptic analysis over this. So we'll listen to the pilots through the videos, but I'm just gonna go through just like some bullet points so you get a gist of the actual event itself. So aviation and UFO investigators heavily lean towards a conventional explanation. Claims include misidentification of bright planets like Jupiter and Mars. Please, I mean, come on. I mean, look, do you see what I mean? It's just like, it's such an insult to the pilots. False radar echoes. It is. It's someone's intelligence.
Because the thing is, it's not just insulting their intelligence. What we got to understand as people listening to this story is that this pilot has had thousands upon thousands of hours in the air. He would have seen Venus. He would have seen Jupiter. You know, it's hard. And what he says is this thing was right next to his airplane. He didn't say it was way off in the distance. So let's take planets off the table on this one.
Oh, 100%. I mean, this is a skeptics sort of analysis.
No, I know. And I did, like I said, I did do a little bit of research on it. Probably not extended as yours, but I did see that one, and I thought, come on.
Yeah.
If Starlink was flying, they would have said he saw Starlink.
Exactly. So obviously there was blamed on planets, like I just said, false radar echoes, the conditions of the. No, I bossed that word up. I said that one. What the hell word's that? Anyway, I'm just going to skip it. So Captain, whatever his name is, he noted by the FAA as a UFO repeater, having responded to multiple prior sightings. So this isn't the first sightings that he actually saw. Okay. Yeah. I think there's been a multitude of them that has been spotted in the sky, but nothing like this close encounter that he actually saw. And there's been some other investigators as well in the UFO community. MUFON was involved in that. And so MUFON is the Mutual UFO Network. And I believe in my notes, if I just have a little look right here, yes, NICAP. Now, ever heard of NICAP?
Yeah.
The National Committee, I believe it's called the National Committee Investigation of Aeronautical phenomena, basically. I gotta find out this because it's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? NICAP. NICAP stands for National Investigation. I interrupted. National Investigation Committee on Aerial Phenomena. Both. So yeah, they were involved in that as well. So everyone's sort of battling forward and. Oh, are we talking about food? So I'm not paying attention to chat. I saw apple, gelato. Oh, is that weed?
Of course.
That's I just realized the word gelato. That sounds sweet and fruity. So yeah, I bring my notes up again because I get distracted when it comes to like food and weed. I think that's just been. Sorry, guys, 2 seconds. In terms of the black boxes, I am not going to read that. I tell you what, should we just bring us some videos, Mick? Can I bring us some videos? I know it's a bit early to the show, but
it's all good. They all want to watch videos. Oh
yeah,
dear. That's always a bad thing. Poor Rotary.
One word. Cure leaf.
Yeah.
But you need to get a private doctor because the NHS are a bit funny.
Yeah, but Curly provides one.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. You do everything
Ooh.
through them. They provide one.
Do you think they'll sponsor us?
A
small mother plane.
I stand more chance of what's his Cypress Hill sponsoring us.
All right. 2 seconds, man. I'm just so. Is there any not channels but videos that we can play?
Your mic's gone. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it now.
Okay, sorry, I had my thing on. Is there any videos we can and cannot play?
Well, I don't know. BBC's always a no-no.
Okay, well,
I mean, I don't know who you got.
Finding UFOs.
Oh no, no. Get rid of that douche. He's a douchebag, man. He ain't coming on my channel. Me and that guy had some beef, and he blocked me. He wouldn't even talk to me like a man.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
And when I'm telling you this now, I discredited douches. He's a used douche because a douche is useful. He's a used up douchebag. That's what I'm gonna say. He ain't even a man. How can you steal somebody's style, and then when they calling you out about it, what he can do? Block you? Yeah.
Right. Oh.
Don't like that guy. I'm sorry, mate. As soon as you said finding you, that guy couldn't find a fart in a wet blanket. all he does is he's a thief. He's a thief, man. He was stealing from my channel for over 2 years. And when I called him up about it, because I didn't even call him names, I said, "Look, man, I have no problems with you taking my content. What I do have a problem is you not giving me any credit once in a while."
It's nice to have the credit.
He's got
I understand.
No. The thing is, man, if you look at his channel and look at my channel, at a certain point it will mirror, because I know he ain't working no more because he's a douche. You know what I'm saying? He ain't working. But you can look at a certain point with my channel. Every video I posted, he posted, and he posted them after me. So I know that he's taken from my channel. Yeah, I knew it. And when I called him out about it, he wouldn't even answer me because he knew that I was right.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't apologize, mate. You're just like me on Friday show. I went off my rags on the Trails in the Sky. So, mate, if I saw Brian Cox right now, I would have to go on mute because it's like kryptonite to me. So I understand, brother. Don't worry, because I've got other videos as well. Oh, mate, sorry, that makes me laugh. I do love a good drilling.
All I can say is that he did start out good. But yeah. You know,
that's cool, man.
Ever since he got with what's that man? Secure Team 10. When he got with Secure Team 10, he just decided to steal people's work, and you know, I don't mind helping out a channel, but this guy's got more. He's 100,000 plus subscribers, and that was my point. I'm got less subscribers than you. You're making money off of me. At least give me some credit every now and again. Not every video you steal, but every 4 videos, say, "Oh yeah, got this from my friend, the Hidden Underbelly," and I'll be happy with that. But for 2 years and not a mention.
Yeah, this is it, man. You know, I mean, we're a sort of a community, and I do my best to if I'm using a content, I do give them a shout out, but are you going to get the same repeat if they used your video without giving it sort of any shout out to your?
Dude, but see, the thing is, I don't even mind if they use my content and don't say nothing. Just don't scrub my watermark. Don't scrub my name channel. That's another thing that annoys me, because I see my videos on other people's channel and they blur the watermark out. You can still make it out, but they blur it out. And I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not going to copyright strike you. I won't, nor can I.
Because then
Well, I
it's
can.
a fair use banner. Yeah,
I can copyright strike you. I just won't. It's not the thing that I like to do because we're all in the game. Well, that's it.
No, that's cool, man. That's understandable. I'd just like to say cheers to the people in chat. I am drinking espresso martini from, I don't know, sponsor us right now. What is it called? Wonderland. Yeah, cocktail. So I have to admit, I do like a sex on the beach. Talking about the cocktail here. Oh, that's strong. An espresso martini. Cheers, everyone. Hey, Herman of Tosser. How's it going, brother? So, yeah, cheers. I felt it taste.
I'm sorry.
It's too much.
Thank you. So I didn't mean to go on a little rant. It's just there's a couple of channels out there that I really don't like. I really hate, and I wish that I was the kind of person. I told you something about that one, but the other one I truly hate, and I've always said that. You know, the day this guy leaves YouTube will be a good day, and there's reasons why. There's reasons why, and I'm not going to go into it unless he steps on my toes again, because I already blasted him once, and he's learned his lesson. So if he does it to me again, I will properly blast him, and I will let everybody know exactly what he's like.
And then I'll get involved. I'll just pretend he's like throwing rocks or something like that. Hey, jamming music, man. Nice to see you. Welcome on in, man. Welcome on in, mate. I understand your frustration, brother. It's all good. It's all good. So here's another chance.
I'm not frustrating. I'm not frustrated, my friend. I just get on with it.
No, I'm frustrated for you, mate.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He's not around anyway, so it just shows you.
Yeah. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. There is another YouTube channel, not YouTube channel, UFO Files. Ever heard of that?
I have, Do
you know what? That's Discovery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, bollocks. Okay.
But what is it? Is it about the story?
Yeah, it's about the story.
Is it a good video?
Yeah, it goes through the case. I tell you what, if I just play a little bit,
let's just play it. Let's just play it, man. I don't care if they give us a hit on that. I don't mind. See, okay, it's not about the loot. It's about the information.
This is it. This is the thing with my show as well. Alien Addict it's constant copyrights. I mean, no matter what I do, it's constant. It's rampant, isn't it? Recently, isn't it?
Well, it's who you play. It's who you play, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. But what I'm saying is the reason why I don't want to play that other guy is because he's disrespectable. And that's why I just don't want to even push the guy's channel. Don't even give him a view, mate. Yeah. Screw him. But anyways, sorry about that. You triggered me. And I don't get triggered. No, I didn't get triggered. I just wanted to give you a reason why.
Mate, you should have heard me on Friday's show. I was losing my collective. I was being a bit of a dick. I have to admit. I apologize. That one thing that gets me triggered. I'm not going to say the word, but I understand. Don't have to apologize. It's all good. But yeah, let's play this. This is going to go through the case itself. And we've got one more video to play after this as well, which is some like news reports. But what I want to do is trying to find the cockpit recordings. Now, I do believe they said that it was actually scrapped. Apparently, they actually lost it or was not released. But there has been through Freedom of Information Act that there has been released some of it. And this is what is quite important because I really want to hear what this guy's got. I mean, obviously he's Japanese. I'm pretty sure he speaks English, but in terms of what he was saying, I just want to get the feel of basically what he saw. So let's play this. UFO Files.
The report that was made last November 17th of a UFO spotted over Alaska attracted special attention. This sighting was made by an airline pilot with 29 years of experience.
The crew claims that while it was flying over Alaska last November, it was followed for 400 miles by strange white, yellow, and amber lights.
Of the thousands of reported pilot encounters with UFOs around the world, few are more harrowing than the episode on the 17th of November 1986, involving Japanese Airlines Flight 1628, high above the Alaskan tundra.
Regarding airline cases in America, the GAL is very interesting because you have multiple witnesses.
It was a cargo aircraft, and the pilots observed an object that seemed to be tracking along with their aircraft.
It involved an investigation by the FAA. This is an official government investigation of the sighting itself.
The events of that night were captured on tape.
Spinner 1628 heavy. Military radar advises they are picking up an intermittent primary target behind you. In trail, I say again.
The Boeing 747 cargo jet was on a routine flight from Paris to Tokyo, cruising at 600 miles per hour at an altitude of 35,000 feet. It was headed towards Anchorage, Alaska to refuel. Suddenly, at 5:11 p.m., Captain Kenju Terauchi, a pilot with 29 years flight experience, saw three large, fast-moving, unidentified objects 2,000 feet below.
So this is going to get into the meat, gritty, what I call the balls, tits, and ass of the sighting itself. I have to pause it because it's right with copyright. So let's play.
The largest object was described by Captain Terauchi as resembling a shelled walnut. Captain Terauchi said that the main craft was twice the size of an American aircraft carrier.
Co-pilot said it was as solid there as if you were seeing an oncoming jet with its lights on, except it wasn't an oncoming jet.
747 was nothing compared to this big flying saucer.
After several minutes of observing the UFOs, the pilots realized that the objects were now matching their speed, 600 miles an hour, and tracking them. The captain reported that the objects began, quote, making moves that are impossible for any man-made aircraft to perform.
So remember, this is coming from the pilot. This guy, I can't remember what the guy said. He's got did he say thousands of hours of experience?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
So
the guy knows. This is it. The guy knows what he's talking about. So you got to take that in consideration. That the fact that this might just be like flipping seagulls, with flipping lights around them.
Then, without warning, two of the smaller craft suddenly rose and shot directly in front of the pilot's window. The objects came so close to the aeroplane that Captain Terauchi recalled that the intense glow made his face feel warm.
All of a sudden they appear and they're traveling right in front of the aircraft. And they were sort of wobbling back and forth as they moved. They seemed to be only 1,000, maybe 2,000 feet in front of the aircraft and traveling at 600 and some miles an hour.
At that very moment, their radio link to Anchorage went dead, leaving the aircraft flying blind. A horrifying catastrophe was seconds away when the UFOs rose and veered left.
Deviate from Motorhead. Declassified 240. Spinner 1628 heavy. Deviations approved as necessary for traffic. It's quite a bit. Like a formation.
In his official FAA report, Captain Terauchi said we had to get away from that object.
Spinner 1628, sir, do you still have the traffic? Disappear, Spinner 1628. Spinner 1628, I understand you do not see the traffic any longer? Okay.
Moments later, an urgent message came in from Elmendorf Air Force Base. The unidentified object had now appeared on their radar.
Yeah, that's 1-2. We have confirmed there is a flight size of 2 around your 1550 squawk. One primary return only. Okay, where is he following us? It looks like he is, yes. Okay, stand by.
The phrase flight size of 2 indicated that JAL 1628 had uninvited guests, possibly with hostile intentions.
Spinner 1628 heavy. Military radar advises they are picking up an intermittent primary target behind you. In trail, I say again.
Immediately after this confirmation, the FAA requested that the Air Force scramble jets.
Do you have anybody to scramble up there, or do you want to do that? Well, we're going to talk to your liaison officer about that. It's starting to concern of Japan Airlines, actually 360 now, and still following. Okay, we'll call the military desk on this.
Although the military desk took no action, JAL 1628 landed safely in Anchorage at 6:20 p.m. Extensive media coverage around the world has helped make this incident one of the most widely reported UFO cases in history. The JAL case continues to inspire debate about the nature and intent of the objects that tracked the 747. To this day, it remains a mystery.
The Japan Airlines 747 had a saucer go around it. The papers mysteriously disappeared from the FAA office.
Oh, Miss Stanton Freeman.
The 30th of January, 1987.
Should we do a show on Stanton Freeman and his research? I mean, it kind of goes into like MJ12 documents and stuff like that. In fact, we did an episode on it, didn't we? MJ12 documents, I think.
Yeah, that's the one I got wrong.
Well, the outcome of it.
No, I thought it was something else.
Okay, fair enough.
Only 2 months after the JAL report, a similar UFO event took place in Alaskan skies. But this one involved the US military. A US Air Force KC-135, flying from Elmendorf Air Base in Anchorage to Eielson Air Force Base near Fairbanks, reported a chilling UFO-related incident at 20,000 feet.
Traffic force around 1 o'clock. Can't really tell the distance. Seems to be about full altitude. Reactor 29, negative. I have no traffic, and you're 1 o'clock.
The pilots reported that the object was strikingly similar to the UFO seen by the JAL flight, a massive, disc-shaped, noiseless object larger than an aircraft carrier. Seconds later, Anchorage Air Traffic Control asked whether the KC-135 still had the object in sight. The pilot replied yes, and added that the object was now only 40 feet from his aircraft. The recent incident involving JAL Flight 1628 even came up in their cockpit recording.
We're from California, just visiting up here. People see this sort of thing a lot, other than the Japan Airline type. Actor 29, it's very rare seeing the lights up there.
30 minutes later.
Yes, I mean, this is the only sort of cockpit recordings we're actually coming across that I can actually find. That is.
So was that over at Anchorage as well?
Yeah, it was over a couple of places, I believe. They're describing the same craft. So we're talking about the two flying saucers and the big mothership, which also looks like an acorn. It kind of looks like those coffee pods.
Or like
coffee machines.
Didn't the Japanese draw a craft way back when?
Yeah. We'll get to that. I'll show the drawing that he's shown.
Later, the Anchorage control tower passed on a message from the local FAA office.
Go to the end now.
Actor 29, the quality assurance staff at the Anchorage Center here requests you give them a call after you land at Eielson. That is concerning the object we're looking at? Affirmative, sir.
I think pilots make especially good UFO witnesses. They know what's normal in the sky and what isn't. They've seen all different kinds of airplanes routinely. When a pilot reports a UFO, there's a better than average chance that that's what it was.
The 31st of January, 1987. Less than 24 hours after the KC-135 encounter, yet another UFO-related incident occurred in the skies above Alaska.
Wow.
The pilots aboard Alaska Airlines Flight 53 witnessed enormous, bright, disc-like objects tracking their aeroplane. Ground control stated that no object was visible on radar, but it was the speed of the UFO craft that alarmed the pilots.
They had just underneath our radar picked up the blip. He's moving about a mile a second. Just pull out straight ahead of us, just disappear. Man, he was there and then he was gone.
If you're a pilot and you report a UFO sighting to the FAA, you might as well turn in your license the next day. The FAA, the military, even civilian authorities don't want to know about UFOs.
Imagine being able to build.
Yeah, it's got a point.
But now they do. Now they do.
Yeah, this is in terms of what.
Well, look what happened to the Japanese guy. The Japanese pilot that reported it. He was grounded. He never flew again. They gave him some desk job.
Yeah, they almost want to keep his mouth shut. Hidden, bring this up. This is the actual drawing from the pilot himself. And this is what he described. This is like the big mothership that he saw. And we'll bring up one more video after this, but this is this is the airplane, and this is how big it was. I mean, this is big, man.
This is a silhouette of the ship we could have seen because the lights around Fairbanks. So that's Fairbanks. Oh, they translated it.
Yeah,
this is the same size as the aircraft carrier.
Well done.
So he's saying
He's saying, yeah. So on the side here, pale white lights.
So what he's saying, it doubled. It doubled this. It was double the size of his plane. But this was.
Oh no, it's quadrupled. It's more than that. Look at that. That's the plane, and this is the actual over aircraft. He described it. Oh, I believe.
No, he's drawn that out of scale. That's not to scale. Because read it there. It says it 1 to 2 times larger in size.
Right. This drawing.
I don't know. You could be right.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure the diagram to show how big this craft was. You know, it's. I mean, I can't think.
I'm sure when I was doing my little reading, he said it was twice the size of his plane.
No, he said this was a football field size.
Twice the size of a football field.
Yeah, he says like it's twice the size of a football field. He said this was gigantic. This was a massive. They describe it as a mothership, gigantic spaceship. This is what they describe it as. So it's going to be a lot bigger than a jumbo plane. I mean, I'm gathering right here. If this is a transcript, this is the plane. This is his depiction of it. Well, obviously it's there, but this is all blown up into scale. So this is massive. This is like 10 times bigger than than the plane itself.
10 times. 10 times. Yeah. Yeah,
at least anyway.
Yeah.
But in terms, we have the recordings of that was through Freedom of Information Act, and it was the only place I can show was through the UFO files. But we do have one more video I can actually bring up. I might just sort of shed more light into this case because it is immensely fascinating. But we just don't hear a lot of it, don't we?
What's more incredible as well is that you had a pilot now after this event. And I believe it was military. The second video we watched wasn't that of a military pilot, and he even said it sounds like what the Japanese pilot was describing. He even said that.
Yeah. You mentioned the flight name. Yeah, it's immensely fascinating. So there is a correlation there between the two sightings, and this is what I find interesting. Yeah, okay, we are dealing with with ufology, yes, it is trust me, bros. Trust me on this. But at the same time, we have the cockpit recordings from 2 eyewitnesses for military and obviously the commercial airline, where people are a bit more skeptical because they're like, oh, well, he doesn't have that much experience. But you need experience to fly a plane. I've been told that from a commercial airline. It's not just like, it's not like driving a car. It takes years of experience, and you get familiar what you're seeing in the sky.
Well, one of the things you got to be to do a commercial pilot is have air hours. You've got to have so much air hours. That's the start. So while you're learning, you're building up your air hours. But I think is it 1,500 hours air time?
Yeah, because this is the same for becoming a balloon flight pilot. Because I would like to be one, but I'm scared to even go in a balloon these days. It's just it's like a death trap in my opinion. But you need to clock in around about 5,000 hours before you can even get your license.
So it's probably more than for an airline pilot.
I would imagine so, because you got you're dealing with hundreds of people.
I'm just
in an aircraft.
Google this.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll put in ChatGPT if you'd like to, because ChatGPT is officially my friend. It comes in bed with me. In fact, I need to watch South Park because apparently Randy, he has ChatGPT in bed with him. I just saw the GIF of it, but I need to catch up on that. But 2 seconds. But these are experienced pilots here, guys. But it's the correlation between the two. So I'm going to put in how many hours for a
You're spelling faster than me.
Can you hear me type airline pilot to become a pilot? Okay, let's do that. So what it's saying here, to become an airline pilot takes quite a few hours plus training and exams. The exact number depends on.
I got 1,500.
Hold on.
Of flight time to qualify as a transport pilot. Get your ATPL.
Yeah, it requires 1,500 total flight hours in the US. This is the FAA regulations here. So, yeah. I mean, that's still quite a lot of hours.
I was right. But it's weird that you need more hours to be a balloon operator.
Hold on. Let me just hang on. What? Hold on. So I've got ChatGPT right now. What about a hot air balloon pilot? Because the co-host of the show might be talking a load of rubbish. So what it's saying here...
Not that. I just wanted to...
No, I'm probably just making stuff up, mate.
I just didn't know. I didn't know why I had 1,500 in my head.
No way.
How many hours?
The hell out of it. Right.
10 minutes.
No. All right. So you got private and you got commercial. So let's go with commercial. How many hours, Hidden, do you think you need to clock in to become a balloon pilot?
You know what? I'm gonna reckon you're right. 8,000. No, you was wrong. Don't bet on you.
35 hours. 35 hours.
Wow.
And to become a private hot air balloon pilot, it only takes 10 hours. You have to be kidding me. It's a death trap. Would you rather be in an aircraft or a hot air balloon? I would have thought at least 500 hours or at least 1,000, because that's mind-boggling. I can't believe that. Sod that. Do you understand why? There was a ballooning accident happened a couple of months ago. It happened in Brazil. Go watch it. It's flipping terrifying. And it makes you... I love hot air balloons, but yeah, don't watch it. It's not nice. But it's a death trap. Anyway, we'll go back to this. So
yeah. I'm not going to get into it. Yeah, let's talk about this now.
Yeah. In terms of the mothership, as one will call it, this is what we're dealing with here. So in terms of my books on... Oh, there's a camera. I'll move the camera so it's a bit different. So in terms of like UFO sightings, I can try and picture back during the day. I can't really find anything that kind of looks like this, to be honest with you. So, but nevertheless, a very interesting sight. I'll pretend I didn't read that. So don't. I swear to God, it
Bob,
was so last month.
That's
I know, mate.
It's the joke that keeps on giving.
It does. I got one video hidden. If you want me to. Oh my God, it's terrifying. I wish I'd never brought that up. I got one more video.
Can you dig up the? Do you think you can find the Japanese UFO one? Just say old Japanese UFO drawing, and it should come up with I think they would call them, what would they call them? They're not geishas, just Japanese, like, because that's kind of interesting how he described it as like an acorn.
There it is.
Did I say acorn? I meant acorn. No, not
acorn. Yeah.
No. I mean, just could you let me see if I can find it, because I know what I want. You get the video.
I don't know what you want, mate. What do you want again? What do I put in?
Just old Japanese drawing of a UFO, and it should come up with this like acorn UFO. But there's a lady standing next to it, like, and it's a drawing. It's old.
Oh, right. Oh, right. You're talking about. Hold on. I got this. I got it here. Watch this, Hidden. You are talking about quick speed. Right. Watch this, Hidden. Check this out. Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah.
There we go. Interesting. Look at that, Hidden. Learning every day. So, do you want a bit of background on this?
No, I can't, because I know nothing about it. All I just know, I couldn't even tell you the date. I know it's an old depiction of what many say it's a UFO. I mean, you guys. I know. There's you guys in the chat, and I hate to throw it to you guys, but you know, man, I miss the current affairs. I mean, I have seen this drawing a few times, and I've seen people talk about it, but other than that, I just know it's an old drawing.
Right, tell you what, I've got the website right here. Bring it up, talk about it. Bring it up, brother. Right, awesome. Right, so yeah, this is going back. This is quite interesting because it kind of looks like what the pilot saw. Kenju, I think his name is. So in the early 19th century, a mysterious unidentified floating object washed up on the shore of Hachi region of Japan and was found by a group of local fishermen. Surprised onlookers.
Thank you. There
What?
you
What?
go.
What in the?
Science.
What's that? Yeah.
Science said it. Science said it. What it was. Who the people that found it, and he also dropped that one. So yeah. See, I knew you guys in the chat knew.
Right. This is interesting. So we're going quite far back on this one.
Oh
then.
yeah.
All right, sweet.
You're talking 1800s, and it's the early part. What did you?
Yeah.
1803.
1803. So yeah, early 19th century. So yeah, pretty much there really. Well, thereof, I would say. So surprise onlooker compared this shape to be a rice pod, I should say. It was 3 meters high and 5 meters wide, made of wood.
9 by 15, made of wood.
Yeah, no, 3 meters by height and 5 meters wide, made of wood, and the lower portion was protected by a jagged rock out of the sea with metal plates. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? There were glass windows on top, and as the fishermen approached, they were astounded to see through the window in the inner walls of the vessel were covered in an unknown language with, oh my god, what's that?
Hieroglyph.
Like characteristics. They called it. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, science evidence fringe. You got that right. Yeah. Well, how do you say that? You
just keep going. Just keep going.
Just go means hollow boats. Right, there we go. So yeah, this name here, sole passenger, was a beautiful young woman. She looked completely different to the villagers' inhabitants. With pale white skin, red hair, and red eyebrows, her
never mind. Just like clothes. Clothes were made of unknown materials, but it was clear that they were those of nobility. I wonder if she saw Viking ship.
Oh my god! Honestly, a kid, a 5-year-old, can read better than me. Honestly, but no, I would agree. It's immensely fascinating. So they're describing this as a boat and not a flying object.
Well,
am I right on that
like
one?
It sounds
like it, doesn't it? Okay. So this mysterious woman spoke an unknown language and didn't understand Japanese, but she was friendly and curious. I'm not reading anymore. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with reading.
Take over. I'll take over.
I wanted 420 because
she was friendly and courteous. From what they could gather, however, she acted oddly, clutching a wooden box to her chest, which she wouldn't allow anyone else to touch. No matter how much they pleaded, she wouldn't reveal the contents. There was no way to communicate and inquire about her origins. But luckily, an old man from the village had it all worked out. He said that they was probably a foreign princess who was married but caused a scandal by having an affair. Her lover would have been put to death. The princess, beloved by the people, avoided the death penalty, and was banished to the sea to meet her fate at sea. The precious box, so carefully guarded, the old man reasoned likely contained the head of her executed lover.
Oh, really? Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Look at that. So this was drawings in, oh, hold on, it's got a published date here. Is that right? 17, right there, see that? 1767 to 1848.
That's probably the copyrights when it was held.
Copyrights back then. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, this is fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would say it looks like a mothership. Depends if that's like an absolutely ginormous woman.
But... Scroll it down to see if there's anything to relate, because I've always seen this in a UFO talking.
So I'm going to read here. My turn. At any rate, the fishermen decided it was best not to get involved. They put the girl into a boat and pushed her back into the ocean. The incident was recorded in at least 3 different historical texts which depicted variations. Bare enough, that is right. Bare enough similarities to lend credence to the other credence to the otherwise implausible story. I'm reading fine. Modern day, getting there. Modern day investigations into the mystery have unfortunately proceeded little results. Perhaps the story was just a local legend that captured enough imaginations to spread around. I'll read this last bit right here.
But, yeah, that's it. But go on. Oh, you want me to do it?
No, I'm going to read it. But that hasn't stopped the story from popping up various ufologist sites and documentaries in recent years, calling it a Asian UFO tale and comparing the strange symbols the fishermen saw written in the other symbols recorded allegedly flying saucers sighting such as Roswell. And you've got a documentary right there. In fact, I'm going to save that right there. And I can...
I don't know, because it sounds like a boat.
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it? But look at that. That's pretty... do you know what? As a researcher, I was going to call myself a ufologist right then.
Don't them symbols at the side look like runes?
Sorry, on the left side here.
Yeah, those look like runes. Runes, the symbols of the Vikings.
How do you spell that? Is it
just put symbols of the Vikings? I mean, sorry, that's because I ain't gonna be able to spell it. I can't even read it. So you want me to spell it?
But what do you really think? I'm having a look. I can't really see anything that resembles that. No, it looks familiar, hidden. I have to admit. Oh, runes. Here it is. Runes. No, runes are more straight instead of the toss cross, which is more circular. Oh, actually, hidden. I'm not lying here.
I've seen runes. They're very... I can't sit there and say, look, that rune is that rune, but they look like runes. And that's the first thing that I thought. They look like runes. Given a description of the woman, red hair.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, but those sort of species of humans go back to the beginning of time, isn't it? Red-headed. Yeah,
but you could... Instead of... We could look back, because given a date... I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's interesting, though. It's interesting. I'm thinking
there's nothing untoward. They just saw a different kind of ship, but I think it was a boat. They just saw. I think it could be. I go Vikings, and they could have cast her adrift, and she just drifted on the shores, because you don't know where they cast her from. I'm not saying nothing bad about red hairs. Y'all are fiery.
Oh no, it's fine. My missus is a redhead.
Y'all are fiery women.
Honestly, I'm not joking. I know like gingers get a bad rap, but mate, I've seen some stunning like redheaded. I like redheads.
Yeah, no, it ain't about stunning. I mean, they're nice. They're nice people. But one thing
they bite a lot.
One thing. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. You piss them off. Ooh.
They will sit on your face
and fart.
Oh, do you know what? I just typed in the Reddish Forest because I know they had that symbol that was apparently sawn on that craft, but it's nothing like that. But nevertheless, it's a very interesting symbol. This is what we have here.
There's some reason. That's the reason why, because that's the first time I know the story of this. I've seen it quite a lot. And
I have,
and it's always in UFO. No, that drawing, I've seen that drawing quite a lot. and it's always in a UFO. And I know that people always are talking about it. I just pay it no mind because, guys, I'm looking for footages for you. Or the only pictures I care about are the ones that are happening today. Sorry, that sounded a bit bad, and I don't mean it that way, because I enjoy like all the stuff that Nick has presented. I may have heard of, but I haven't heard of. Say something, because I heard that noise.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
I was just playing a video. Actually, I was going to bring up now. Hold on. Sorry, mate. I was trying to find a video, but nevertheless, mate, really, really interesting. You brought that up because, yeah, you are right. Because I have seen that description of this. Well, obviously now, from what we gathered, is actually a boat. But
no. I believe it's a boat.
Yeah,
I don't know what you guys think. I'm not the expert. Yeah, even they did, because they pushed it. They said, you know what, we don't want this here. So they pushed it away.
Exactly, mate. Yeah. But if you put that on Twitter right now, what would people say? If I put that in the UFO community, what would they say? It's UFO.
I don't know.
So now we looked into it. We've actually read through the article. It kind of sounds like a boat, but anyway, it's fascinating nevertheless.
It does sound like a boat, but then they'll say, well, I don't know. I don't know what they'll say. To me, they described, because their description of the lady and that Chinese guy, he made a lot of sense in what he's saying.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
The Chinese man who said, "Look, this is what it's more than likely." It's a shame, like she didn't leave a note or anything, so that they could look at it and say, "Yes, this is whatever language."
But at the same time, we're talking about early 18th century, so they're, I don't know if they were brighter back then. I don't know in terms of how aware they were with language and all that.
It all depends on where they stumbled upon, because if this boat came on a fishing village, I mean, we have villages today where there's not a lot of education.
Yeah, for sure.
So who knows?
Yeah. Okay, no, that's fair enough, man. But nevertheless, really, really good. You brought that up. Really, really good. We've got here.
See, I've learned something. I've learned something today.
I know, it's a learning curve, mate, isn't it? So let's play this. Just one more video, so I can. Hey, man, how's it going? Nice to see you. So yes, play this video, last one, and we can move on to. I don't know. We can move up to some like up-to-date stuff.
This is coming from Eyes on Cinema. You're doing a nice job out there, man. Doing a nice job out there.
Thank God for that. Yes, honestly, Eyes on Cinema. I have to admit,
gotta give him a shout out, man. I've been seeing him seeing him out there, his work out there for a while now. So yeah.
In terms of getting the archive footage of UFOs, you're doing a damn good job, my friend. Eyes on Cinema, I have to admit, it's always a pleasure to see something new and thinking, actually, potentially this could be put forward for an episode. But yeah, just going to play this because you've got some news articles that have been brought up that hasn't I haven't shown you yet. So here we go. Massive thanks to Eyes on Cinema.
It was a Japan Airlines cargo flight piloted by Captain Kenju Terauchi. This is the sketch Terauchi drew of what he says he saw out his window that night. And this Japanese television graphic is based on his description.
This is just a small spaceship. We can see a big plane. This one is size is carrier, so mothership.
Bigger than an aircraft carrier, Terauchi claimed when he drew this sketch showing the relative size of his jumbo jet. Terauchi's route was over Alaska to Anchorage. He says the UFOs stayed with him 40 minutes and then disappeared. Today, the FAA released tapes of the crew's conversation with controllers.
Japan Air 1628, sir, if you're able to identify the type of aircraft, we cannot identify the type. They're coming like a formation. It's quite a big.
But Terauchi's crewmates were not sure they'd seen a UFO, and other planes sent to look saw nothing unusual. The FAA agrees. Today, the agency concluded a 3-month investigation, saying there's nothing to substantiate the pilot's story, nothing to indicate a UFO or any other aircraft near the flight. Computer memory has recreated what radar picked up as the flight progressed. Sometimes the JAL plane is seen as a normal blip, but occasionally it appears as what some call a double blip, sometimes even 2 distinct blips. It caught controllers' attention that night.
Military radar advises they do have a primary target in trail view at this time.
But the FAA says exhaustive analysis indicates the occasional second blip was a common radar echo. And noting that this is only one of 4 times Captain Terauchi has said he's seen UFOs, the FAA today closed the case. But a tape recording reveals one investigator telling Terauchi if he's right and the agency's wrong.
All I can say is let's hope they're on our side. Huh?
One impressive, well-documented case is reconstructed here by Nippon TV when a 707 was flying over Alaska on the 17th of November, 1986. At 5 p.m., during the flight, Commander Terauchi observed 2 red lights getting nearer.
5時10分ですね、左前方に小さな光が2つ見えたというのでですね。
The control tower Anchorage didn't detect anything present in the area.
わからないとね、その左側にあった
The lights got nearer and nearer.
パッと目の前に移動したって言うんですね。で、その目の前に来てみたのを見るとですね、こう正方形をして
The 3 pilots felt a wave of heat. Then the lights disappeared.
光を吹き出している。そして顔がですね、熱く感じたっていう、ね。それ僕も読みましたよ。ですからなんかこう引き足みたいなものがこう来てたんじゃないですかね。でそれがだんだん遠ざかって見えなくなってしまって、それからしばらくしますと、
I love the cockpit.
Shortly after,
yeah,
the white lights.
That looks like Atari.
オレンジだった。
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
で再びアンカレッジの空港センターに聞いたんですが、
The radar screen indicated the proximity of the object, and the object began to shadow the aeroplane in the direction of Fairbanks, Alaska.
その目の前の光があるまま飛んでいったんですね。そしたらそのフェアバンクス市の上空に来た時にですね、フェアバンクスの街の明かりをバックに。
Thanks to the contrast of the city lights, the crew could see the outline of the object. We couldn't believe our eyes. It was 30 to 40 times bigger than a Boeing 707.
なんとかこれを振り切ろうというので、
We tried to shake off this object, and I veered the 707 away.
ついてきていましてね。
The control tower asked if we required the intervention of a military fighter.
言ったんですけど、
We replied that it would be too dangerous, as an LL airplane needed to cross our flight path. Towards 6 p.m., the object disappeared. The sighting lasted for an hour. These are the sketches by Captain Terauchi. Both he and his crew saw an enormous UFO. It was under control, and he felt there was every possibility that it hadn't been constructed on Earth.
My name is John Callahan. I'm a retired FAA employee. I was the division manager for the Accidents Evaluation and Investigation Division in D.C. About 2 years before I retired, I received a call from Alaska region where the region wanted to know what to tell the media. When I questioned, tell the media what, he says about the UFO, and it went downhill from there. What UFO? It turned out I told him what any government employee would do at that time was to tell them it's under investigation. And then I had him send all that data to the FAA's tech center in Atlantic City. The next day, my immediate boss, service director, Javi Safir, and I went to Atlantic City. I had just purchased a new video camera, and I videoed the event. And in Atlantic City, we had them play back on a scope, you would call it a scope, a plan view display, PVD, exactly what the pilot seen or what the controller seen, and we tied that in with the voice tape so we could hear exactly what the controller said and what he heard, and we taped it. We came back the next day, briefed the administrator, Admiral Ingen, on what happened. He wanted a 5-minute briefing. After we started the briefing, he wanted to know if he could see the video. We put the video on. He watched the video, the whole video. The next day, he set up a meeting for me to give a dog and pony show to President Reagan's scientific staff and whoever they brought over, and to hand off all that data to them. That morning in the FAA round room, it was either 9 or 10 o'clock.
I give in.
3 men from Reagan's scientific staff,
Like
3 CIA people, 3 FBI people, and I don't remember who the other guys were. All the FAA experts that I brought with me, they could decide or talk about the hardware and the software, how it worked. We put on a dog and pony show. We let them watch the video. We had all the data there. We had all the printouts that the computer put out. They got all excited over it. When it was all done, the CIA, one of the CIA men told the people they were now sworn to secrecy, that this meeting never happened and this event never happened. When I asked them why, I thought it was probably just a stealth bomber at the time. He says, well, this is the first time that we have recorded radio.
Are you getting bored, or do you want me to continue?
No, you just stopped it at the good part.
Got data on a UFO, and these guys are going to get all excited, drooling over all this data. I said, well, you're going to tell the public about it. And he says, no, we don't tell the public about this. It would panic the public.
Drumstick, nice to see you, man.
He says, we're going to go back and study this. I said, okay. It was what he was going to do. Now, I've told this story many times, and I get sometimes funny looks from people. I have with me the voice tapes of the controllers that were involved, the FAA original tapes. See, after we handed this stuff off to the president's staff, the FAA didn't know what to do with it. We don't separate UFOs from real traffic, so it's not our problem. Okay? I have a copy of the original of the video that we took, which is rather interesting. And once the thing was all over,
disclosure project,
the reports started coming into my office, but because it wasn't an FAA air traffic problem, the FAA's report ended up on a table in my office. And it stayed there until I retired, when one of the staffers packed up all my gear and helped it move to my house. Also, in a box I found just a few days ago in my 1992 tax return, I have the target printouts from the computer data, which, so if you wanted to or look at every target that was up there at the time, you can now reproduce this from this piece of paper here. And it's called the UFO incident, Japan 1648, I believe the number was, that happened on November the 18th, 1986. I'm prepared to go to Congress, to swear before Congress that everything I've told you people and everything that is here is the truth. Thank you.
Having public participation in the UFO program caused an awful lot of headaches for the United States Air Force. Their regulations indicated that they couldn't tell the public that there were unknowns, that they were only to tell the public the ones that they had identified. And because of this, they had to give all types of explanations for UFOs, and it caused the Air Force to have a very bad name. Not only that, the information concerning UFOs was highly classified.
Happy to continue?
Well, yeah, because this is pretty interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's that one guy. I don't know who that guy is. You know him, innit? Because you said Disclosure Project.
Yeah, that was back in 2000. Drumstick mentioned that. Yeah, obviously, I noticed the background and everything like that from the video itself. But yeah, that's from year 2001. That one, yeah.
And having the public participation in the UFO program wasn't to the best of the Air Force interests. So in December of 1969, December 17th, 1969, the United States Air Force again told the public that it had terminated its UFO program, and now covertly investigates the better civilian sightings and concentrates mostly on government source control cases and airline pilot cases under the Order Janip 146, a Joint Army Air Force Navy order, which outlines what military civilian pilots are supposed to do when they see a UFO sighting. They submit what they call a service report, which contains information vital to the security of the United States. Once they make an official report, they're subjected to $10,000 fine and or 10 years in jail if they reveal the contents of this report. Also in 1973, after the last huge UFO wave, worldwide UFO wave, UFOs mysteriously disappeared from the national newspapers. The only way usually you're going to find out about UFO sightings, other than belonging to an organization who's investigating UFOs, would be to subscribe to a local news clip service. And you would see that UFO sightings are still happening in this country and abroad, all over the place, but they aren't getting reported in the national press, which is very unusual.
And there was one recently in Alaska.
Very unusual that that particular account in Alaska should get in the press. It was a month afterwards. It was kept out of the press for a month, and this involved a huge UFO seen by a Japanese airlines crew flying a cargo plane, a Boeing 747, into Anchorage, Alaska. And they were followed for hundreds of miles by this huge UFO, which was described as a bowl inverted upon a bowl with a rim around it. We call it the Saturn-type configuration. The pilot and the crew members described it as being as large as 2 aircraft carriers placed side by side. They tracked it on their weather radar to make sure that they weren't seeing things. They were in contact with the FAA at Anchorage and also Elmendorf Air Force Base. And they have said, and they've maintained their story, that both locations also tracked it on radar. It wasn't mentioned in the press. It was kept very quiet. It broke in Japan around December 30th, December 31st, and got back into the press in this country after a month. And immediately, the FAA officials contradicted their own controllers. The Air Force spokesman also contradicted their own radar operators and told the press that, the FAA told the press that the radar was just a double image of the plane. Elmendorf Air Force Base officially said that they were just picking up ground clutter. The 2 smaller objects, which was seen with the big objects, were described as being Mars and Jupiter, although they didn't look like Mars and Jupiter at all. And the last I heard was that the FAA controllers were very upset about this, and the Japanese pilot and the crew members are still sticking to their story, regardless of what our government says.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, there we go. That
last October in the
Oh, hello. Yeah, that is that sighting. Hold on, I'm trying to find the thing here. Yeah, so that is that sighting. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, so this, I think that's like an overall conclusion so far on rocket balloons. Oh, god damn it. The flight, Japanese flight 1628 encounter of 1986, which is quite fascinating. Sorry guys, in terms of like material to work with, we deal with videos here. Basically, we like to sit back, relax, so you can join with us and just have someone else explain it, because sometimes it can, for me anyway, trying to get things across, and I say things, I'm like, did that make sense? You know, so yeah, this is just a bit of a short case so far. One that doesn't get brought up a lot in ufology. Hidden, have you heard of this case?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
not in detail, because I have heard of this case, because I knew this was the I knew this was the pilot that got grounded.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's better.
for speaking out. So but I didn't know the details. And then what is even more interesting was, like, see, you can sit there and say, look, I apologize for the way you're showing it. I don't think you should, because you showed a really good video, the first video, where it went into other cases where they saw similar objects that they also see on Jupiter and Mars.
Yeah,
it's so describing a similar craft, and then we go into here where this guy's holding up saying we got video evidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you got the correlations between the 2 sightings, which makes things a bit credible from 2. Well, one of them is military and the other one's commercial. I just find it interesting, and I just find it so disheartening. I mean, look, we are dealing with mainstream media here, and it's the same thing now. They will just debunk it, even though they weren't there, even though it's to do with UFOs. They just like, oh no, it's a planet. It's proper Operation Blue Book style. It's just, dismiss it as swamp gas or some cow farts or something like that.
Well, I think the thing is, you just have to read between the lines, because look at what they did with the evidence. And like the guy at the end rightly said, FAA started contradicting themselves. So
True.
you have to read between the lines. The truth is always going to be the truth, despite what you say. You know, whether the truth wins out, that's a different story.
Yeah. Well, it's the pilot's truth. It's Kenju's truth, and I believe him. I mean, why would he, in that sort of state of fear, communicate with ground control system? Sorry, air traffic control, and say, we've seen this object. Can you like check it out for us? Yeah, there's definitely some credibility, to be honest with you, especially for the two sightings. I found this quite interesting. As I looked into it, I was like, oh, actually, it looks pretty. It's quite a decent case for airline pilot. But obviously, we're talking about the 80s here. It's still a stigma, and like it is today, guys. It's still a stigma when it comes to like UFOs. It's a bit more I say transparent, but the conversation's all over the place, and we still get stigma.
I don't think so in the aspect of how it is how it's treated with the stigma towards pilots. I think there's more open to them. I think I've seen, you know, there was. See, the thing is, what you guys got to know, and I don't know if you guys know this, so I'm not being funny. Yeah, I did notice that as well, but.
Oh yeah, cheers, John.
Every commercial pilot, and I would hazard to say every pilot, even military, they have GoPro cameras. They have cameras. They all do. There was a great channel. It's not around no more, and he was in that circle with the pilots, so he was showing, but he would copyright you. You had to ask this guy. He thought you'd copyright you. You'd had to ask this guy, and you know, I asked him a couple of times, and he's a nice guy with me, but he said no. Okay, but you see, we're nice people. He was a nice guy. You know, I can't remember his name, man, but that's to tell you, going back a few years ago, maybe about 5 years ago.
Yeah,
and he was getting this on his channel, and he told me that every pilot has these GoPro cameras in their plane.
I see. Well, I would have thought so now. Obviously, with the technology is sort of. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been in a plane, honestly, but I would imagine I haven't been in a plane in about over like 15 years or something.
You wouldn't be in the cockpit anyway, so you don't know, because cockpits are closed doors now.
They can fly the plane yourself.
But they do have cameras. The pilots themselves have cameras.
Yeah,
It's nothing to do with the airline. The pilots themselves have cameras now, and they all have phones. Look at that guy out in is it Thailand? I think he's a Thailand. He's a pilot. He's dropped a couple of videos of himself showing his cockpit, showing his co-pilot, but he's dropped a couple of videos of UFOs. I mean, I had one of his videos on my channel.
Okay, interesting.
And I know he's dropped another one within the last 2 to 3 months.
Okay, but you know what? It'd be good to see more pilots come forward, even though, you know, it doesn't risk their security clearance. I'm going to say security clearance, you know, the job or the pensions or anything like that.
The only credible thing where it has not changed is how it has been dealt with.
Oh,
the FBI is all over it. You forget FAA, the FBI is all over it. I remember a good story that we tracked. Well, I tracked. I shouldn't say we. I tracked it because I knew where certain things were coming from, so I followed it. And where the story ended was the FBI issued a notice saying that if there any further, the FAA issued a notice on it, and they said if any further information, please contact this, and it was the FBI.
Yeah,
it was the FBI. The FBI took over the case. And that was it.
Goes to show, doesn't it? Goes to show. I'd just like to say hello to 6 6EQUJ5. Can anyone get? Oh, you got it. Do you know what? I couldn't see your thumbnail. It's the wow signal. I was like, I know that. That's the wow signal. I know you brought it up. I can actually see it. Yeah. Welcome in, man. Nice to see you. Yeah. Do you know that's quite interesting, mate? That's quite interesting. I mean,
so what I'm saying, there has been some change on one end, but there hasn't really. But I suppose I kind of agree that where they say this is a threat, that we have to look into it because it could be a possible threat. Well, no, the thing is, what you're not understanding when you're going like that is you got to say this, yeah. If they're not picking this thing up on radar, they don't know how it's got through their airspace. They're not saying it's alien, but they're saying there's something in our airspace that we don't know. So it's a threat.
Yeah, I know, but how many years have we heard it's a threat? It's a threat.
No,
it's a threat.
That's a different way that they're saying the words, and it's how we're interpreting it.
Okay, so how many air crashes to do with UFO sightings in the last 80 years? Well, it's not. I can't imagine there probably hardly any. Don't give me that ball of plasma or sort of nonsense.
But see, this is it. You're taking that word threat as a UFO threat. I'm telling you that what these guys are saying is we got airspace that we have to protect. Now, if something's flying in that we're not picking up on radar, but yet pilots are seeing it, we're picking up something. Because remember, UFOs are unidentified flying object, but that could be Chinese, that could be Russian, that could be French, that could be the people in the ocean. That could be all over Earth. That could be outer space.
Sure.
It could be anything, but there's something there. So that they have to deem as a threat. Because if it was friendly, it would say, hi, I'm coming over, like take your house. If something's friendly, they're going to say, knock your door, ring your doorbell. Hi, Nick, I want to come in and chill. Now, a threat is when you're going out, you come in, your lights are off, but you're coming home, your lights are on. And you can see people walking around. You have to deem that as a threat. You can't say, well, they may be okay.
I understand that. Mate, you make a really good point. But you got to think, we've gone through 80 years worth of so-called investigation. I'm pretty sure they would have looked in it before. If it's that much of a threat and we need to put money into the defense system. But they have, but how far have they actually got with it?
We don't know because they're not going to tell us.
They're never going to tell us anything, really.
You get me now. You get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
so don't look at that word, because I do believe that when the guy said the threat, there was something there.
Oh yeah, but okay, right.
I believe that, but I understand the way the man deems the word threat. Sure. And if he was sitting here next to me, he'd say, "You know what? That's exactly what I meant. What you just said."
Right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So are you talking about specifically the case that we were talking about, the 1986 case, or now today?
I was just talking about the word threat in general.
In general, okay, that's fine.
Because I'm trying to tell you that how they're saying it, but people in UFO, they get their knickers in a twist over the word threat when it is a threat. It is a threat. You don't know what is. You don't know what it is. It's a
UFO. It's an unidentified foreign object.
And that's the whole thing about UFOs. Then it's unidentified till it becomes an IFO. You get what I mean?
Yeah. It's just, I think, look, the threat narrative, if we look at like today's ufology or community, I think it's been more ramped up more than anything before. Okay, look, we've been seeing these objects in the sky, but obviously is a threat to national security, but we don't really know what it is. But to say that they haven't done the investigation, and we've got to do an investigation now to look into it. It's like, well, hold on a minute. You've been looking into UFOs for the past 80 years. Surely you've got the conclusion already, but they're just not telling us. But they've got the conclusion, but they're telling us that we still need investigation. It's like, well, hold on, you keep on withholding information, and you said
there's more shit going on.
So they're trying to cover their back. So in one way, it's an operation. Well, Operation Mockingbird style, but it's keeping the UFO communities on their toes, thinking that something's
maybe, yeah, but it's no. The thing is, man. The thing is, maybe it's just they just don't know. They're like us. They're clueless, just like us. They might have all these billions, but they probably ain't even caught one. They don't know.
That's what, yeah.
Or if they do know, they're probably coming across different. I mean, there's many different scenarios to play out, but it's still worth investigating.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I think it's worth it. But are you going to trust these people to give you the right answers?
No,
are you going to trust Arrow to give us the answers we're looking for?
But you're not there. Could you trust anybody? Could you trust me? Could you trust you? Do you get what I mean?
Oh, trust me. You get honesty from me, mate. Oh, you get honesty from me. But the thing is, these organizations, we just don't trust them anymore. We just don't trust them. So in terms of where's the transparency and everything? Literally, where is the transparency? There is none. There is none. You know,
it's the same old brick wall, and it's the same old head hitting it. But you answered it. You answered it maybe 20 paragraphs ago. You know. You said it. They're never going to tell us. So why ask for something you're never going to get? Be like the little kid that keeps on asking for soda, and eventually they won't ask once you keep on saying no. Just don't take that long.
Yeah.
You know the game. One True Saxon. I was thinking about you, man.
Hey, One True Saxon, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, brother. Come 420. I must 420. Oh my god, ufology is. Have we got anything? Oh, well, let me go. Spark up.
You see. I just think honestly, man. Everybody's getting themselves in uproar, and there's a lot of people just fueling the fire. You know, like they're still talking about Atlas. My favorite one, though, at the moment. Can I take it away from Atlas 3? My favorite one at the moment is: have you seen the Greta Thunberg meme? Have you seen them?
Oh my god, she's got roasted. I've seen the pictures of her with the haircut.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. Terrible. Have you guys seen the Greta Thunberg memes?
Look, you can't say that she don't deserve. She just deserve it. I have to admit, all the crap she's putting the public through and everything, especially blocking traffic. But I saw that. I was like,
that. The meme's brilliant.
Hey, Hug versus Ross. Let's see.
Let me see if I can find it, because
hold on, I can find it for you, mate. Don't worry. Because it has been trending.
You know, perfectly honest, I don't really care about Greta Thunberg. Go out there and do what you're doing. I mean, one thing is she is drawing attention to certain things that are going on in this world. Whether you like the way I'm not for her, I'm not against her. So let's put it this way. But these memes are hilarious.
Oh, I can't find any memes. I can't find anything. Can you find a photograph of her? That one specifically. No, mate. It's all in your hands, brother. But yeah, it has been. Do you know what? But when Hidden's getting the photograph up, oh no, because it kind of goes off a bit. The thing I do on Alien Addict, I say things that are not necessarily YouTube friendly. It's to do with the climate. Because my nan says,
don't say it then.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, because it is your show, man. But we'll talk about it on Friday. But yeah, it's everything they said years ago hasn't come true. And it's quite funny how like even the threat, everything's a threat these days, Hidden. And even chat would agree with me, is that the fact there's always a threat, there's always something to worry about. And in one way, that threat narrative is actually failing, you know, especially when it comes to Greta Thunberg's agenda, so to speak. People start to wake up and go, okay, exactly, Bob. Bob's got it right. It is definitely Facus and Gaius. Absolutely 100%. You know, thing is with weather changes all the time, guys. And I think like the threat narrative or the social engineering aspect has been quite rampant when it comes to this specific topic. And yeah, exactly right. 6EQUJ5. It is a threat fatigued. people were just going, okay, yeah, okay, sure. You know, we're all going to die in like 5 years, and then 5 years up, people are like, oh, no, wait, it'll be another couple of years up. It's the same, like, I believe we're going through a 2012 effect. I keep on saying on Alien Addict, but honestly, we're in that time period of like leading up to 2012. It's just like such a strange time, and it's just like a weird shift in consciousness for people, and it's just like that threat narrative just goes right out of the window now. Even I can't say words that will get Hidden's channel banned or anything like that. But you know what's happened in the past 5 years and how that went.
That's my favorite meme. Find Greta. But
mate.
The one that started it was the picture next to it. Her and He-Man.
Oh yeah, the it's not exactly the most flattering picture.
No, it's funny though.
She looks like she's constipated.
She made my day yesterday. I was showing my missus, man. I was just howling. I was saying, look what they done to Greta.
Do you know what's going to be her downfall is that the next 30 or 40 years, if I'm still here, and then nothing happens, we just go through the same cycle over and over again. You know, it's all this doomsday scenario, and obviously nothing happens. You know, she eventually is going to get caught out in her lies, and I reckon, this is my prediction, give it 20 years, Greta Thunberg is going to do a U-turn, and she eventually will say, I was set up by a certain agency to push a narrative. I guarantee that's going to happen at some point.
Who cares?
But Hidden don't care. Okay.
Who cares?
But yeah, who cares, Hidden? Who cares? You know, it's garbage patch. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the game is bigger than us. So who cares? Just try and be cool with each other, because I'm telling you, how the game's going to be played is against all of us. So just be cool, and honestly, love will win this shit, man. Love and respect.
Yeah, but is that in the public's consciousness in 2025?
Not at all. Not at all. That's how. Don't you think this is by design?
Oh, we don't have to conquer.
We don't have to talk about certain situations, but it's all by design. Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, what's the oldest rule in a book? Divide and conquer. And it seems to be the same scenario at the moment. You know, it's the oldest rule in the book. I don't want to go into all that sort of topic, but I'm kind of scared, Hidden.
Don't be. That's what they.
It's hard not to.
You know what? That is a good energy that they need you to feed off is fear. Do not be scared. Do not be scared, and have respect. Just even though people are being bad to you, it's because they might not have seen another way. A simple smile, a nod, a hello.
Yeah, because what I do, like now, I mean, yeah, I do have like I would say I despise humanity, but it's not exactly on my good books at the moment, because you get to see the ugly side of people. But at least I try to. I mean, there's an elderly lady at the garden centre, and I know she needed to pick up compost, and I thought, you know what? I said, excuse me, do you want a hand, putting a compost in the back of your car, or holding the door for someone? I'm at the cashier, and I got a load of stuff, but the elderly lady behind me's got a couple of things, and I'm like, you know what? You go ahead of me.
It's just all random acts of kindness, and that's all that is. It takes.
Yeah, it's like it's like saying like when I get contractors calling me, or I'm at like a cashier, I'm like, "Hello, how are you?" Is the how are you bit, you know, how's your day going, you know, and you know, at least spark a conversation. I mean, you don't do that when I'm at the like when I go shopping, I use the self scanner because it's just easier. I don't have to speak to anybody. but again, it's easy and convenience, but they take your data at the same time. But it's always good to sort of speak to someone and say, how's your day going? You know, hello. Or even when I'm going for a walk with my missus, you know, someone clocks an eye with me when I'm walking past, I always say good morning or good evening. Just a kind gesture. You got a smile on your face. What's going up? It's Colin. What haunted door brought to life? Yeah, more or less, mate. Honestly, just seems to be getting uglier with her age, isn't it? Yes, spot on. And anecdote. Is it Annabelle? Yeah, Annabelle.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure somebody should do that meme. Put it out. Put her next. Because Annabelle had ponytails in it. Just crop her hair on the Annabelle doll.
I've been
just don't be this is what they want you to do. They want you in 2 states at the moment. They want you in 2 states. They want you in fear and anger. Fear and anger. Fear and anger. Fear and anger. That's what they want. That's what they want you in. They want you in that state. The energy off of that. Ooh. I mean, living in England without saying anything, it's a powder keg, man. I've seen this before. It's a powder keg. Yeah, I've seen this with the poll tax.
Poll tax was just way before my time, mate.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I've seen this before. The poll tax. Every city in England was on fire.
Really?
Yeah. You should look that stuff up, man.
The poll tax, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Second year of the poll tax, man. Every city went up. They lit it. Wasn't just walking and holding hands, man. They lit the city up. It went on fire. Every city. Well, near enough every city. Shouldn't make it as big as it was, but it was big. I mean, Birmingham. But they lit up Birmingham.
So in terms, did it actually hike the price of living and all that sort of stuff?
No, at the moment it's not just about the price of living, because that's in a constant state of flux. What it is the other thing that's going on, and I don't want to talk about it, like openly talk. You know what I mean? Because it's a very bad. It's a powder keg. It's a powder keg, man. I can see it. It's a powder keg, and I'm telling you, all it takes is a spark, and the spark will come. Once that spark comes, every city in England's going to burn. Trust.
This is what I mean by what I'm scared about, because I know it's like a ticking time bomb, mate. Something is going to go bang. I can feel it, and this is what's making me on edge. Not go into specific details. But I think the fear aspect has just been ramped up. I mean, I went to my nan's place today. She cooked me roast dinner when I finished work, and is the only time I watch the TV is at my nan's place, and we watch the adverts and all that, and then the news come up. It's the only time I watch the news. It's just fear, like pointless stuff that's not really important, which my nan is going absolutely crazy about. You know, it's just like it's showing you stuff that is nothing new. It's happened before, but just keep regurgitating it and hyping it up. I said, Nan, it says, look, this stuff's doesn't affect you. I mean, you shouldn't really get wound up about it.
Yeah, but it's the feeling. It's the feeling. It's the same feeling that the people were feeling over the poll tax. Okay. If not more intense. But don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. These things are going to happen. Just look after yours. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't get involved and look after yours. Make sure yours is safe. And that's that. It will pass over.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm sure within time. I think.
No, it will. What has to happen has to happen. It's like when every so often they burn the fields. so the field can grow better, and it has the nutrients from the
Yeah,
fire.
because what people don't realize is that when like a forest fire happens, or when it's like, or acres of land burns down, one of the biggest compound of making the plants grow is actually ash. So ash has got something called potassium in it. Okay. She Pop Up might correct me on this one. I might be wrong. So there's phosphate, potassium, and nitrogen. And ash, I believe, it's got phosphate in it. And that is one compound to make things grow. So you think, oh my God, you know, the whole place is burnt down. Don't worry. If you've got a bit of rain and a bit of sun, it will all pop back because of the ash.
So take away from that logic and then understand that that's what's going to happen. Sometimes something has to burn for something new and delightful to come.
I like that. That's a good one. Yeah. But the thing, because with you, Hidden, you know, you've been on this planet a lot longer than I have. You know, I was born in '89, so I probably haven't really seen the brunt of. Oh yeah, we've gone through recessions and stuff like that. But have we been in this time period before, though?
It's not this time period. It's just, listen, it's a game they play. It's a game they play. Unfortunately, they're playing it with us, but it's a game they play. Remember, Albert Pike said, and I always refer to him, Albert Pike said, beware of provocateurs. And they've been at it now for a very long time. You know, Black Lives Matter movements, a lot of movements. I mean, the Black Lives Matter, I'm not saying that that's a bad movement. What I'm saying is they got infiltrated by provocateurs.
And ended by mansions, yes.
You know, and other organizations got by provocateurs. And that's how it is. And no doubt in England, the provocateurs will be at work.
I guess, yeah, what Rotary is saying here, everyone's making really good points at the moment. Yeah, a threat, a theater, and a script. And this is what I pretty much would describe ufology is just basically where we are at the moment is massive theater. With a lot of distractions, which one can say is psyop, I guess. Because there's one thing I want to talk about on Alien Alex is Operation Mockingbird and how it sort of lingers into what we're seeing today. Especially with the propaganda and everything is so rampant. And I tell you what, mate, this is what's made me go a bit off the alternative community, or what we can call it the conspiracy realm, or that sort of community, is that they really are pushing a lot of fear, but they're proclaiming to know the truth. Now, look, I'm not denying conspiracies and all that, but like there's one guy or a person or a bot on Twitter called Concerned Citizen, and the stuff this person posts is like, is a lot of fear mongering, a lot of propaganda on our side. And it's like David Icke says, he says, I think he says this quote before, be careful of provocateurs because our community has been infiltrated. It doesn't matter if you're in the alternative movement or the UFO community, every single aspect has been infiltrated, and you will get people being inserted into this community to push the conversation or the situation into a certain direction. And I think it goes for the alternative movement. I think it's been so infiltrated with a lot of propaganda and BS and a lot of fear, because being a conspiracy theorist, that you want to, if that is your path, and I was there once, probably still am, to be honest with you, it's based along fear.
Well,
fear porn, yeah, exactly, backed up. Yeah, fear porn.
It only works though if you allow yourself to be frightened. Remember what Uncle Hidden Underbelly says.
What, smoke 420 and
I forgot what I say. Just never. Just I mean, it's all just look. At the end of the day, we're born, we're gonna die. What we do in between, now that matters. Don't worry about these people, man. They if we're gonna die, we're gonna die. There ain't nothing we can do about it.
I think I've mentioned this before, especially like with
I
alien
don't
eyes,
know.
that the
I'm
fact that
stoned.
no, that's cool, man. I mean, everything is based upon algorithms. Everything you do on your phone, on your device, doesn't matter if you're a PC, mostly everyone's on their phones. The algorithm knows more about you than anything else about yourself. So if you look at bad stuff, it's gonna I'll go ahead and yeah. If you're gonna look at bad stuff, the algorithm is gonna give you bad stuff. And I have noticed like the videos I've been watching, like the current state of England, that is just constant on my phone. You know, something big is going to happen. Yeah, I know that. I just don't really want that shoved in my face. But at the same time, the algorithm is literally giving you the bad stuff. But if I started watching kittens and dogs and all that, you know, playing around, which I've been doing, mate. Which I've been doing, finding new music.
Or just because it's showing you that you don't have to do what it says.
I guess so.
You don't have to watch him, do you? You don't have to watch him.
Yeah.
I mean, I get my information on the news, but I also can see what's going on around me as well. And I don't live in like a massive town. We still call going to the shops down the village. So that shows you, you know, but
Yeah.
we are kind of in the suburbs, kind of not suburbs. What would you say? Like, I don't know how to call it. I don't know how to call it. But there are things. Huh?
Cul-de-sac?
No. But anyways, I don't know how to say it, man. But like within our little own community, I can see things going on. And so if it's, you know, you don't have to watch it, man. We got things that we can look into that are more fascinating than this game that they're playing with us.
Yeah.
I know it's a game. I know you guys watching knows it's a game. Unfortunately, it's at a point where if it's a game of chess, this is it ain't stalemate. What is it? We're kind of at checkmate. Yeah, we're at checkmate because they've said it, you know, but it don't matter. Don't be scared. Just look after you and yours. Don't get involved. You know, let's see what happens next. Because after every dark day, after every dark night, there's a bright day. Tupac.
Yes, the sun will come out tomorrow. That's a song, isn't it?
Yep.
There we go. Made a very good point. Made a very good point there, Hayden. But yeah, it's just like the current state of affairs. What's going on in England at the moment? It doesn't matter what avenue you look at. It's a lot of fear mongering and a lot of. I try not to put people in categories. I try not to. But we will do it. They're normies, or they're skeptics, they're debunkers, they're conspiracy theorists, they're oh yeah, oh hey Space Cow, nice to see you. Yes, very good point. Grand chessboard, yeah. But at the same time, it's theatre. At the same time,
it is. It's a game, man. It's a game. I look at it as a game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we're all players. We have our part to play.
Oh, absolutely, mate.
Whether you could be witness or a victim, that's your choice. They don't care.
Mm.
They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. So why should we?
I think, I think everyone's on edge, isn't it? I think, I mean, especially with the people I've spoken to, they're quite peed off with the state of affairs. So I can feel the tension in the air, like something, like you said, is like a powder keg. Something's going to go bang.
I'm not too happy with the situation myself. So there's a certain level of, then this is how it works, isn't it? Because they built this up. So even say a person like myself, who's kind of, I think I'm a little laid back, is kind of saying, look, man, this is kind of wrong. But I've been saying this for a very long time.
Yeah.
I've said this. I used to go on a friend's show, Punny Benny show, and I used to say this. So I'm going back many years. And the one thing that always pisses me off is the servicemen They fought for the countries, for the very rights that we are having right now to talk about UFOs and to even have this discussion where we're saying our government is wrong. They fought for the rights for us to be able to do that. Whether we agree with the wars or whatever, they still went and fought for this. And they're on the streets. They're homeless.
Yeah, they have no support, nothing like that. It's, yeah, I mean, even if my great granddad or, my great granddad is obviously died, but, he fought 2 world wars. If you saw what the state, what it is now, especially what's happened to our veterans on the streets, he'd be turning his bloody grave. What's going on?
But yet they can find places for other people. That's annoying. That's annoying.
Oh, I understand.
These politicians wouldn't be able to have the rights like men like your grandfather. They wouldn't have these rights to stand up there and be taking money. They wouldn't be able to do that. We would have been firmly under a dictatorship.
I think people were a bit more harder back in the day. Like, I remember there was riots going in like Bristol in the 1920s because the price of bread went up by like 5p, and they had a massive riot over it. Like, people didn't stand for that stuff, and I think a lot of people just accept it. It's like, oh, okay, it's fine. All the taxes are going up, all this is going up, and it's just like, it's just the way it is. It's like, you should be doing something about it because these people are just taking a mick.
See, what I don't understand is when they're giving a lot of money to certain countries to fund the war that should never happen, But anyways, we gave a lot of money to a certain country, and I don't understand why that wasn't put to a vote. They didn't ask the general public. I mean, it's our money that we paying the taxes for services. So they took that money that should have gone to the NHS, the schools, the doctors, it could have gone somewhere else, but yet it went to another country. Why weren't we asked? Do you get what I mean? That doesn't feel like democracy to me.
No, not at all.
It was a serious amount of money. It wasn't like a million. It went into the hundreds of billions.
Is it the word beginning with a U?
Yeah.
It goes to show,
but it doesn't matter. I'll just bring that as an example. Why? Why wasn't the public asked about this? Why didn't they take a poll? When they're getting elected, they take polls all the time. Everything's a poll. Did you like my tie? 80% said yes, 20% didn't like it. Why couldn't they do a poll then? There was no poll. Do you get what I mean? This doesn't feel like democracy to me.
No, it's not at all. No, people understand that now. In a very, very short period of time, people begin to wonder. Or now with the realization now, it's like, oh, maybe this party isn't exactly doing what they say they would. I mean, to put billion. I mean, look at the NHS. It needs billions, and why are we funding a war that
a country? We could just say a country.
Yeah. It's just nonsensical. It's just we want the perception of looking good. Look at what we're actually doing something about it, because we have so many protests. And I think this is a protest that are actually giving these people permission. It says, look, we need to do something about it. It's like, yeah, but it's nothing to do with us. It's nothing to do with us. Why are we getting involved here? But it's the perception of looking good. Elon Musk put it good. He made a really good point when he told Disney to F off at that point when he was at that conference. He says, people got the perception of looking good, but actually they're just crap people or shit people, basically. Is the authority complex. And look how good I am. Look at my Ukrainian flag. Look at my Palestine flag. It's like, look how good I am. It's like, yeah, but you're not helping. You just got a flag out and you're cycling down a street saying "Free Palestine" with your Palestine flag. It's like, you are not helping. You're just being a nuisance. It's the perception of looking good, but these people are just crap people. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I just went off one. It's just that's what it is. you know, I see it all the time on the internet. People want gratification of doing something that they think they're doing right, or they're on the right side of history. And it's like, sometimes it's not all about you, mate. You know, it says, if you want to help Palestine, why didn't you bugger off over there and help instead of just screaming and shouting on your bloody bike or down flipping Tesco's or something?
Yeah, but let them do it though. I don't see that. My problem is, why ain't we asked? Why ain't we asked anything? That's my problem. I don't care what this man wants to do. If he wants to do that, God bless you. Go do it. You know what I mean? It don't. You know, the little things don't bug me. You know, the real questions are, why ain't this? Why ain't that? You know, when Boris Johnson left the government, there was 350 million that disappeared. You can look that up. You can look that up. Why aren't they looking where that money is? Why?
There's more to what you think, mate. When it comes to money, I think there's so much money laundering going on.
By the way, when I'm saying why, it's rhetorical. I kind of know why. I just want to plant a seed. So other people, more people asking why. Why ain't this done? Why ain't that done? It's a democracy. So isn't it for, you know, isn't it for us? We think these are the best people, but they should be asking us, do you think this is best for the nation or not? And then I'm guaranteed a lot of people will say, you know what, we need to help them, but not at that much.
Yeah. Yeah, especially without permission as well. It's I don't want to sort of like go down that sort of avenue. I try not to go there, mate, but sometimes my brain just
I just
want to talk about it.
It don't have to be personal. I'm just trying to say
understand.
that, look, they're saying it's a democracy, and to me, I'm seeing how things are run, and this don't look like a democracy.
I'm not seeing it either.
It looks like a bunch of gangsters in there. You know, like the cartel.
Pretty much.
That's what it looks like to me. There's no humbleness. There's nothing. It's all the front. Like what your man said. These people ain't good. They are pieces of crap. They are.
Even worse than that. Worse than that.
But they're rich. They're rich, man. They're making the money. So they played their game. And if you asked them, I bet if you saw a 19-year-old, you asked him, what you want to be? I'm going to be a politician because I want to be rich.
No, it's today. It's like, I want to be a Instagram model or streamer because I don't like to work. Or
yeah, but let's say this. What instead of blaming these people that are doing it, why don't you look at the people that are watching it? Because they wouldn't be able to do it if people ain't going to be watching it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, like, look at us. Would we be doing live shows if nobody was going to be watching us?
Probably not, actually. No. Yeah, because I'll be the same with Alien, Alex. Yeah. If no one watched, they'd be like, oh, what's the point?
Could you imagine how disheartening that must be if you do a live show and no one's watching? So
I always get that.
I say more power to you. There's fools out there that want to watch this and give you money for doing stupid things or whatever. Do it. I mean, I saw a girl on TV and she was saying that she was selling her farts in a jar. Well, I think it was was it 500 pounds a pop? Farts in the jar. No, I got it wrong. I'm sorry. I remember the story. I got it wrong. It was a bathwater.
Oh, yeah.
It was a bathwater, and people were buying it.
Yeah, but it's probably like a certain demographic, surely.
It don't matter. That demographic's buying, so she's selling. And then that encourages other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how much for a bag of shit? Yeah, I guarantee it's got. Sorry for swearing, but yeah, it's pretty much like that, isn't it? Man, it's just.
I gotta put that up.
The
I 100% agree with you. But I
Yeah,
never,
yeah.
I never sit there and blame the content creators. I more blame the viewers, because if they did it, I guarantee you, if they did a video for 2 weeks and not one person watched them, they wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, but hold on a minute. Hold on. You can't just blame like one demographic here. I mean, if we take the, for instance, like Bonnie Blue, in her scenario, it takes two to make it happen. She organizes it, or she got people to organize it, and then the men come along and then do what? So
do you think she's doing that for free?
No. She's doing it. She's a prostitute and she's a whore and a slut.
Hold up now. Stop with the name calling. I say this, man. Stop with the name calling.
You were name calling people earlier, mate. But anyway.
Yeah, I got good reason. I know the person.
But mate, when you're getting banged by 1,000 men,
it doesn't matter. See, you're trying to sit there and say something and blame the content creator. She's doing that to put that on her OnlyFans and her private channels that people subscribe to.
Yeah,
you understand?
But I'm blaming both demographics.
She's making millions. Why blame her? Why blame her?
So she's the one. She's the one that's putting it on, Hidden. She's the one that's putting it on.
So, did you watch it?
Don't look at me like that.
There you go. There you go. So you're trying to defend your actions by saying it's her fault for making me watch what she did.
No. I'm blaming her and her handlers and the people involved doing the dirty deed. I'm blaming. I can't just blame one demographic. Oh, is the men's fault for shagging her? No, it's both avenues here. It takes two to make it happen, mate. But she's the one that organized it. She's got handlers.
That wasn't her first video. That wasn't her first video. There were several before that. She did a tour. She puts it on OnlyFans, and people subscribe to OnlyFans, and she does. She's a business whore. That's all she is.
She's a business whore, yeah.
But she wouldn't be a business whore if people didn't watch her, subscribe to her channel, play a monthly fee. She wouldn't be doing that. If she got zero, what she would do would stay probably in the privacy of her home. Do you get that now? She's got, and these girls now, they're trying to outdo each other. There's another one that's saying she's gonna do more than her.
Oh no, that is no, that's these names, but no, I understand your point of view, mate.
There you go. Oh, sorry, there you go.
Oh yeah, she's banned now. But in terms of,
she probably went to you got to ask yourself, what has she done to get banned from there? It's got to be something really vile.
Now, her next stunt was basically she wanted to be put into a glass cage and being tied up and everything, and have been literally hoisted around London and have men do whatever they want to her. Recipe for disaster. And even OnlyFans went, yeah, that's probably a bit too far on that one.
I'll take.
Is it democracy? Is it democracy?
I'll take part in that. I'll say to her, you know what I want to do to you? I want you to come and clean my barbecue.
Clean me house level, something like that. But in terms of level of acceptance of how far what we can now accept as something that's quite taboo, isn't it? So what's the next step that's going to get the next trend? Because she's a businesswoman. I mean, fair play to her. She's made her millions and all that. Whether or not she enjoys it or not, I mean, I've listened to a podcast on her. She says she enjoys it, but
I
know she might be.
That's it. So leave her to it. God bless her. Leave her to it.
Yeah.
She ain't for me. I don't really care. I mean, I do think it. I gotta say, sorry. I did think that stunt was gross and nasty, but I was like, I was more thinking of the dudes, because I'm thinking, they're all standing in line.
Mate, the whole concept of it just sounds gross.
And that just shows you how bad dudes are, because There
Perfect.
was
Yeah.
there was a third thousand. Was it 1,000 that turned up?
But the thing is, but the thing is, you know, if you want to make it big, and even my missus will say the same thing. If you want to make it big, no matter what platform it is, Instagram, YouTube, all you got to do is have big tatars and look good looks. And trust me, you will get views so quickly. Look, there's a one thing I like to watch is restoration videos. Basically, like, because I use garden power tools, like petrol power tools for my gardening job. So I need to learn how to fix them. Now, there was one lady she's called Chicanic on YouTube. Really, really good. Sorry, I know I should mention her channel. Sorry. But just to get the point across, basically, she only had 12,000 subscribers a couple of years ago. I would describe this woman really attractive. We consider it as a MILF, basically. Yes, 1,000 in 24 hours. And basically, within 2 years, she's gone from literally, I'm not joking, 5,000 subscribers to 750,000 subscribers in a span of 2 years, because she's attractive, she's got big tatars, she shows it off, and it's the male demographic is why people tune in. And it goes to what the point I'm trying to make, Hidden, is that it's the male demographic. It shows you how men can be quite perverted. Not all of them, but I mean, look at the men getting lined up to do their dirty deed with Bonnie Blue. It's just like, I can't do that. Got your dick in your hand, you with other people.
Yeah.
So what? It's like, oh,
People know.
The smell, I can, not joking, you can literally smell the room through my phone. I was like, this is disgusting. Like, males equal boobs. Yeah, males plus boobs equals profit. Space Cow, you got it right on there, mate.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Well, it's that old saying, man. It's that old saying. Hollywood said it. That's it. Hollywood said that. It's the old saying. That's it. That's it. So it
has nothing to do with the UFO case of 1986. Anything we're talking about. No, honestly, no. I like these conversations. I do. The people new in chat, we tend to go off on like different tangents and all that. Yeah, we might argue, we might bitch, we might say things we didn't mean to say and all that. And I didn't mean to call Bonnie Blue what I said. She's a businesswoman, and I leave her to it. If you want, you're making your millions.
I think
good for you.
I think somebody in the comment called her a business hoe, and I think that's a good one. I reckon she would agree with that one, because she.
Yeah, the show is flexible. Yeah. Oh, it's the Germans. Mate, can I? I'm just gonna. Is there anything else you want to bring up, mate?
No, I brought up Greta Thunberg. We had our giggle on her. So
I tell you what, I could play one video of a UFO sighting if you would like to. Actually, no, this is actually pretty piss poor. I'm not going to show it because it's really, really bad. But yeah, that is pretty much me and my information I've got required. Oh, I tell you what, one footage I'm going to bring up, Hidden, okay, just quickly, just to get your opinion, because we want to finish off with some UFOs. Bring this up, brother. Okay, right, ready? I feel eyes rolling.
Don't.
What do you think this might be?
The booger balloons. I wouldn't say black.
So, what do you reckon? 2 balloons? Balloons?
Balloons.
Rocket balloon. Yeah, it looks like balloons, doesn't it? Cube kites. Yeah, it could be actually.
Nah, I don't think they're cute. I don't think they could. Nah, because they're normally hollow, but you can't see if they're tethered balloons. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you could make a cube kite like that.
Yeah, they do look like tied together, don't they? Interesting. Okay, one other thing I'm going to show. Well, I was actually going to show this on Friday on Alien Addict. So I showed you going back, I think about a month ago when the spiral was seen in the sky. Basically, this is the Norway spiral that happened around about 2009. In fact, you can trace it back through many, many decades, the spiral effect. I'm going to be talking about this on Alien Addict, going through it again. Obviously comparing what a rocket looks like compared to this. Now, this is not a rocket. Okay. So this came from Vladimir Tazinski's presentation going back in 1990, where he was talking about UFO sightings, and it came from this book here. Now, this book on eBay cost £220. You just had one sold, which I wish I bought, which was about £166. But this is how much these books cost. Now, this is called UFOs Over Modern China. That came out in 1983. And in here, it's showing you what looks like to be a spiral in the sky. Now, this was taken in autumn of 1947 in China. And what it's describing right here, so yeah, autumn 1947, around about 8 p.m. And it says, stated that when he was 12 years old, he saw together with his father a strange flying object in the sky moving from the southeast towards the northeast. It appeared to be a coil of incense. Is that right? Incense, and it was a good radiant orange in color. Burp. It disappeared in a minute later at a great height, ascending, which kind of sounds like the Norway spiral. But this is in 1947. Look at it. Right, see that there? In my estimation. Now, call me a conspiracy theorist. I think this is the same thing. So I thought I'll just show you that before we come to the end of the show. So yeah, there we go. I thought I got a proper photograph of where it came from. So yeah, there we go, hidden. And it came from a guy called Alien Addict. Well, don't watch that channel because it's terrible. Hidden, my friend.
I was reading Amy. UFO psyops everywhere.
Where to?
Never mind.
Okay, no worries. I probably missed it. Yeah, so on Friday, just a quick plug. I'll be talking about the spiral effect. Going through a few things and obviously show you the thing that I just showed you again, but in a bit more detail. But yeah. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's live show. It's not like the normal presentation that I normally do, but it was kind of like a quick 24-hour think off my feet. Trying to get some good information on this case, but you have to admit, so far what we found out about it's got some credibility to it. You know, the commercial airline pilot, we've gone through the hours that he's gone through. I've gone through the testimony. We've gone through the other case as well that have been seen at the same time, same place, well, sort of same date as well, from a military pilot as well. We've got the air traffic control, a communication from a pilot as well as the military as well. So there's something went on there. There's something went on. Hey, Jam Music Man, nice to see you.
Right,
you guys cover the incident known as the UFO night in 1986 Brazil? No, I haven't, mate. I tell you what, I'm going to write that down now. UFO night in Brazil. Brazil UFO night. 1986. Have a look.
He asked that question earlier, but you were.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, we can do that one, Jamming Music Man. Yeah. Any suggestions?
He's not here.
Brilliant. Yeah. I love these old cases. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay. I'll look into that, man. Yeah. Much appreciated. So, yeah. We're not too sure what we're going to be doing on the next live show.
Maybe we might be doing that one.
I think UFO related, for sure.
So, Jamming Music Man, I know you're not here, but if you listen to the end of it, never know, we might be doing that one.
Sorry, I had you on mute. I do apologize. What did you say?
Oh, you had me on mute.
Yeah, sorry. I clicked the button, you all went down. I had to bring you back up again. But
I said maybe we could cover that one.
Yeah, we can probably do that one, mate. Yeah. There's one subject I want to deal with. Now I just sort of clocked my memory. The 4chan alien photo. Could you remember that?
Yeah.
4chan brought up a photo of an alien and it immediately got took down. It's known as the 4chan alien photo. I thought there's something a bit like more or less up to date. But we'll see. I'll have a little plan. I'll have a little plan and think what we can do. So yeah. So the people in chat, cheers. I tell you what, this is lovely. So Coca-Cola is full of like crap and all that, not very good stuff. This is old-fashioned Coca-Cola, but is made with herbs and natural herbal extract. And I tell you what, it's bloody lovely.
Yeah, we have that. We have that down the road.
Lovely. Honestly, I love that. Absolutely lovely Coke. Yeah.
They do a nice ginger beer.
They do ginger beer and they do rose
lemonade. Yeah. We got a farm shop about maybe half an hour walk up the road.
Nice.
And they do it there.
Yeah. Our farm shop's got proper cider. I mean, this is the cider that is like proper unfiltered. And I had the non-alcoholic one, and it's so good. Proper nice, juice? Yeah. Apple juice. How dare you say apple juice? It was definitely non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic. They saw you coming, mate.
It's apple juice, isn't it? When you look at it,
they saw you coming. Yeah, we got some non-alcoholic cider for you. Just slapped on another pound because it's non-alcoholic.
Yeah, idiots.
No wonder why the bartender was smiling. I just sold him
support your local farms, guys. Support your local farms. So, Hidden. Anything you want to say, brother?
No. I just saw Bob Lazar's comment. That's what. Put it up.
Oh, really?
So you do know that 4chan weren't shut down because of that photo. Then
it was or wasn't.
It was. That was all a lie.
Is it fake? Is it?
Yeah, you saw the photo.
No.
Ain't you ever seen the photo?
There's like 5 photographs of it. I don't know which one's which.
I'm sure it's the one that's standing by the cactus. It's a weird one to get into. It's a weird one to get into. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'll tell you after the show.
All right. Well,
that's why I asked Bob. That's why I asked Bob if he knows why it was shut down. Just say yes. Don't type it in. Please don't type it in.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll avoid that one for next show. But we'll talk about the 4chan photograph on Friday on Alien Addict. We'll bring it up because it sometimes it gets brought up in ufology, and I'm like, I haven't really looked into that. The picture was deleted when it went down. Oh, sorry, it was deleted and then it went down.
Yeah. But that weren't well, I'll tell you after the show the story behind it. What? No, you're right.
Oh, no, it's fine,
right. But I'm just asking Bob if you know the other. There's another reason. There's another reason. If you know the other reason, no, don't worry about typing that. That's all right. I'm just asking if you know the other reason. If you if you've heard of the other reason, or if you know of the other reason, just say yeah or no. But other than that, let's just
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'll tell you real quick after the show, because it's not
nothing big to do.
It's not I just don't want to talk about it over here, because it'll open up a gate I don't want to open up, not on my channel. I think no other channel talks about this. So
that's cool, man. No problem at all, brother. No problem at all.
All right.
So thanks to the people in chat. It's much appreciated, and it's nice to see you 6EQUJ5, the new people in chat as well. It's I think that's our new one. But yeah, all our regulars, obviously Sophia, went through Saxon. We've got bacon toast. Oh, yes, lovely. I can do a bit of that. Obviously, Bob Lazar, Sophia, Bob Lazar, Space Cow, Drumstick, Sheep Hop Pop. Oh, what's we got in here? Black Dot. Come say goodbyes now, guys. Space Cow and John Strokes as well. Yeah, bacon toast. Now I want bacon and toast. Thank you, Bacon Toast, for being in chat. But yeah, it's good to see everyone for our live show. Yeah, come check me out on Friday at 9 o'clock on Alien Addict, and we'll be talking about stuff going on in ufology. Obviously, we've got congressional hearings coming up, which I'm going to be doing a live show on at some point. Yeah, it was September the 9th, isn't it? But I think we'll do a live stream before then. But yeah, no, thanks for the newcomers in chat. It's much appreciated. And we'll see you not next week, but the week after. Same time at 9 o'clock on Wednesday.
So happy hump day.
Happy hump day.
And I'd just like to say, love one another, man. Just have respect for each other. And I think it'll go a lot further. So on that note, peace. I'm not going to say it because it says it in the song. So goodbye and God bless you all.
Peace. Take care, guys.
For there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed, and nothing concealed that will not be known and illuminated. Stay blessed and keep safe. This is the hidden underbelly. and keep safe.